Teresa? Is
Yes,
there any?
We do have some other questions.
Okay.
Eric wants to know, so you don't roast the bicolor beans?
Yes, you do. Remember, the process is the same. When you get the beans, you roast them. Then you break them, you peel them, you pre-green, you put in the melanger with all your formulation. Then you temper, you mold, unmold, wrap, and sell or eat.
So the steps are the same, but I bet the science is a tiny bit different when you're like the formulation for roasting, especially since the fat content is different. You probably do you do the same roasting time and temperature? Because of, I know from a little bit, I know different bean varieties with different fat content, size, you don't use the exact same time and temperature.
No, not as for the cocoa beans. No, it's different. Sometimes it's higher. It depends how the quantity you are going to roast. Okay, and remember the cocoa butter is when you start putting the pre-green the nibs to the melanger, because bicolor has gotten less fat. So it's going to be very sticky, very not fluidity. So you add cocoa butter in that moment. You can temper with the silky butter method. You can do it, but you need to make it fluidity. If you don't add cocoa butter and when adding the sugar, it's going to happen wrong things with your melanger. So you better be careful to add cocoa butter at the same time. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, I think there was a little confusion because of the bean that you were holding. That particular bean you were showing about trying to crack it open, that one wasn't roasted. But when you make your bicolor, you call it bicolor? When you make it
bicolor.
When you make it, you do it roasted. I want to go back to a question that came up earlier in the first part, because it's something that I'm fascinated by. Someone wants to know why lavado beans and not fermented beans. What is the origin of that tradition?
Because in ancient times, pre-Hispanic cultures, they didn't ferment the beans, or maybe they did because they didn't wash. They leave it maybe there for 1 or 2 days because of the quantity. I'm sorry, I don't know really why we use lavado beans, but for most of the beverage made in Mexico, it's made with lavado, pozol, and some other drinks. I do lavado bars, refined lavado bars, and they're very good. I really love them. Different flavors, different smell, different everything, but I don't know why they do lavado. Maybe, I don't know, but it's good.
That opened up another question in my mind. Do they ferment the bicolor? Do they ferment?
No, they don't. They don't. This is not fermented. All the bicolor I have been working with is not fermented. I'm going to ask my friend if they do ferment the bicolor. Maybe when you ferment it, it's going to change color. It's very good. The taste is like almond with a piece of unroasted peanut. I mean, you take one complete bean of bicolor and small piece, half of the peanut, and take it together to the mouth, chew it. It's going to be more or less that taste. It's very nice. It's like an almond. It's very nice taste. And it's very versatile because you can use any flavor you want to add. As I did now, I made with matcha tea. That's why it's green. And then strawberry. Can you see it shines with it for the tempering? Okay, yes.
Thomas is asking about inclusions. Have you tried to marry inclusions with your bicolor?
Yes, I did. It's difficult, but they look very, very pretty. When you make slides of strawberries and dry them, you get these leaves of strawberries and put very nice. Just with the strawberries and cocoa nibs. Inclusions of cocoa nibs. So the coating get together inside.
Okay. Let's see does anyone want to use the raise hand feature and come on and ask your question about bicolor or the making of, oh, hand went up already fast. So questions about the bicolor or making of the drinking chocolate. Let's see who we have.
What was the question? I was reading, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to invite, the hand went up, so I'm going to invite them to open their mic. Priyanka, I've asked you to come. Aha.
Hello,
Okay.
hello. Very good evening, everyone. So my question is, my question is, why in case of bicolor and even in the single, it's very difficult to temper the lower compositions like 55, 45 or 65. Lower the composition, it is very difficult to temper on the slab. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't know. My technique is always to rise the temper to 48. I never work more than 50 grades because that's the way I was taught to get 48, then 28, to get 32. But 55, it's a burnt chocolate, I guess. I don't know.
Renya, sorry, I think there is some miscommunication. I think she is talking about the percentage of the chocolate, like the cocoa mass. When you make a 55% chocolate versus 45% chocolate, not the temperature.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You know, cocoa beans.
Oh, okay. To temper a chocolate with 55% of cocoa beans. I'm sorry, I didn't get the question. I'm sorry.
I think it's a process related question, not specific to the bicolor or the drinking chocolate. I think maybe she's wanting to pick the brain of a fellow chocolate maker and see what your experience is if you have worked with 50% dark, making 50% chocolate. Have you had any experience doing that? And overcome any difficulty when you did that. Does that seem like the question, Priyanka?
Exactly. My question is very simple. When we work on 55% dark compositions, the tempering is very, very difficult. And when we work on 70% dark compositions and above, it's very smooth and flowy. So is that any wrong choice of the beans, or is it the wrong choice of the temperature of the melting? So
no, you know why? Because when you get 55% cocoa, you got 45% of sugar. So in that formulation, you need to add cocoa butter to get the fluidity you get when you have 70% or more. That's why, because of the sugar absorbs the butter and makes the liquor very sticky, very thick.
Thank you, ma'am. Very, very thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we have a question about the strawberries. You talk about adding the strawberries to the bicolor, you know, like slices of strawberries, and they want to know, are you using fresh strawberries or dried strawberries?
Dry. You make very thin layers of the strawberry and dry it for like 24 hours at a temperature of 50 grades.
So they're freeze dried, sort of. So
yes.
They're crispy, yeah. Because we know, yeah, we don't want to mix the water from the strawberry with the chocolate.
No.
Or you have disaster.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally disaster.
Yes. Okay, Alvaro, I'm going to invite you to ask your question. Alvaro, you should have gotten an invitation to unmute.
There, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Oh, thank you. Gracias, Reina. Qué linda presentación. That was a great presentation, Reina. Thank you. I have a question. What is the reaction of your customers when they try your Theobroma Bicolor chocolate in comparison to their reaction when they try your regular Theobroma Cacao chocolate? And have you ever mixed the Theobroma Bicolor with the Theobroma Cacao to make a mixed chocolate?
Can you hear me, Teresa?
Yes, ma'am.
I think I got the answer to Alvaro. My customers just love Bicolor. Really, this is a new product. Some people is making chocolate with the Bicolor, but I'm sorry to say that here in Mexico, not like me. These are new products I am making. So they are very surprised to have this kind of chocolate, white chocolate, and the taste and the different flavors I'm making. I have one special formulation for diabetic people. Instead of sugar, I add stevia, and it's very healthy for those people, for those persons. So they are loving Bicolor. I have this name to my Bicolor chocolate, to the Bicolor, Theobroma Bicolor. I call it BICOLATE, BICOLATE. BICOLATE fresa, I got BICOLATE stevia, I got BICOLATE coconut, I got different flavors. So it's coming new in the market and people is loving it because it's the vegan white chocolate. Doesn't have any milk.
Gracias, Reina.
For now.
I have a personal selfish question. Can we get it in the US? That's what I want to know. When can I get BICOLATE in the US?
I can send it to you from Mexico.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Someone asked earlier, is the Theobroma cacao, the Theobroma bicolor unique to Mexico? Does it only grow in Mexico?
No, it grows all Central and South America with different names. We call it here in Mexico, pataxtle, cacao blanco, and some other names are mocambo, macambo, majambo, balante, bacao, or maraca. Those
Wow.
are the names you can have it for these beautiful, beautiful beans, white beans.
Alvaro was asking another question. Thank you, Carrie, for bringing that to our attention. He wanted to know, have you made a bar mixing the two, the bicolor and the cocoa? When I heard the question, I thought about the 𝗕𝗶𝗰𝗁 chocolate, where she puts the lighter bean next to the darker bean, and so you have the flavor, you know, contrast of the two.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I have made those. You put the liquor in one bag and the other cocoa and bicolor and mold together, so they get mixed very pretty. And when you eat them, you can feel the difference from one to other or mix both. It's a good experience, very nice experience to taste different kind of chocolates.
That sounds wonderful. Priyanka is asking, are there, like with Theobroma cacao, what are the health benefits of the Theobroma bicolor? Does it have the same type of health benefits?
Yes, just the same. The only difference is that it has less butter. That's more fiber, the same ingredients, the same properties to good health.
Great, that's wonderful. I don't want to forget, someone asked earlier about when you were making the powder, the machine that you used to make the ribbons, when you were you know, adding the sugar and the nibs and create, they wanted to know what that machine was called.
The brand is NYX Dramatic. Here in Mexico, it's very common to grind the corn to make tortillas.
Aha. Very good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does anyone want to use the raise hand feature and come live to talk to Renya and ask her question? Okay, Thomas, I'm going to allow you to talk. I know I saw your question and I was going to see if we had any more process questions related to the talk, but I'm going to go ahead and open your mic and let you ask your question.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Thomas. Welcome.
No, I'll let you ask my question at the end. I know it's off topic, but I'm considering purchasing one of the winnowers and crackers from you guys. So I'd like to just get her opinion on it. But yeah, I bought a kilo of bicolor from John Nancy at Chocolate Alchemy and made some chocolate with it. I ended up pouring half the mold with the bicolor and the top half of the mold with dark chocolate. turned out really nice.
Yeah.
Also, I know Clay Gordon has mentioned to me that people in Ecuador peel it whole and then like roast it on a dry pan or something, and caramelize it, and they eat it kind of like a snack as a whole bean.
Yeah. Nice.
That's not really a question, just a statement. But anyway, it's great to see you, Renya. Are you friends with
Thank
𝗪𝗶𝗃?
Excuse me?
Are you friends with 𝗪𝗶𝗃? Because I know she went to Mexico and worked with someone with the BICOLAR, and I just wondered if that was you.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No,
someone else.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
But anyway, it's great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thomas wants, Renya, if you'll take a few moments, is asking if you'll share your experience with the cracker, the CocoaTown cracker and winnower.
Oh, those machines are just great. They really make the processing of making chocolate very, very, very easy. I wouldn't be able to make chocolate with those machines, really. So they're perfect to do the process. So I really love those machines, especially the winnower. When I started, I used to work with a fan, and oh no, it was so awful. So with this machine, everything changed.
Can I ask, when I use the hand cracker that I got from what's it, Frankenstein, and then I have I screen the broken nibs with the shells before I winnow them with the chocolate, or was it it's the vacuum one that John Nancy sells. It's a small one. But do you have to screen the cracked nibs before you put it in the winnower?
No.
Okay, good.
One to another one.
Okay, no, because I always used to remove like the dust, and then I have a small screen and I have a larger screen where I screened out the bigger pieces that I would run through the cracker again. That's all. So I'm looking forward to it because it looks very clean and efficient. So
Yeah.
yeah, good. Thanks. Bye.
Renya, following up to Thomas' question, I have a question for you. Do you see any difference between cracking the bicolor versus the Theobroma Cacao in the cracker and winnower in the process? Do you change anything when you use the different kinds of beans?
And it's not possible to use the cracker for bicolor because the peel breaks very easy and makes very small pieces. So they come down with the nibs. And to clean those small pieces of the peel, you spend a lot of time. So it makes very, very small pieces of the bean as well. So it's better. That's why I told you it's very difficult to peel the bicolor. Well, I need to find a technique. I don't know what to do, but you need to peel one by one of these beans. I pay a day work, and they only get me a kilo. If they work fast. If don't, I can get from less than a kilo.
Renya, will you move back in front of that sheet pan? Because your sound is better, seems better from there. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, it's very difficult to peel the beans. In the cracker, really, it doesn't work. I would like to send some beans to Dr. Balu. I'm sure he's able, because he's very creative. Maybe he can develop a special machine to crack this. Maybe.
That's exactly funny. You said that what I was thinking. Sounds like a job for Dr. Balu.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have a question about jaggery. Do you ever use that with the bicolor?
What?
Um,
I'm sorry.
jaggery is an alternative sweetener.
Okay.
No.
Jaggery is actually unrefined cane sugar.
Oh,
Thank you,
No.
Mrs. Balu.
I haven't. I have tried only with the cane sugar, standard sugar, and the stevia. That's all.
Yeah, but this one, jaggery in India, is little bit wet. Like the cane sugar is dry.
Yeah.
The jaggery comes in a ball. It's more, it absorbs moisture easier. So I think if they are using jaggery, they may have to dehydrate it or something like that. Because if you just use the jaggery just like that, it may not work. Because jaggery, we use it for making syrups. Like when you make a peanut
Oh,
candy or a sesame candy, we take the
okay.
jaggery and make a syrup out of that. That makes a very nice flavor. But for
Okay.
chocolate, I don't know if anybody has tried. I haven't heard anything about it.
Maybe it's like molasses.
No, it's not molasses. Molasses is very liquid. Jaggery comes as a ball.
Okay.
They sell the sugar as a big balls.
Oh,
Yeah, and you have to shave the jaggery, or you have
okay.
to use a stone to pound it into smaller pieces. Whereas cane sugar, the unrefined cane sugar, it comes as a powder. So there is some difference there.
Okay. I got to grate this bean. So now you can see the peel. See how strong it is? It's thicker than the one here. So we peel and you can take the peel in two parts if you are lucky. If not, there come a lot of small pieces. But see, it's thicker.
So now I see that it doesn't crumble that much. It comes as a big piece. So how do you winnow it then? Just you are peeling by hand or?
All by hand. I am not able to win over it. Because when we crack, well, I tried at the beginning. When you crack there, since this is roasted, it's drier, so it comes in a lot of small pieces. They get mixed with the nibs. And then it's very difficult to separate the small pieces with the small pieces of nibs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to bring some bicolor beans and then do some experiments. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teresa, I don't know if you asked this question. What's the price difference between the Theobroma Cacao and the Theobroma Bicolor? Is the bicolor more expensive?
The price is almost the same. Sometimes it's cheaper. Unfortunately, sometimes, very often, is cheaper because there is not enough market for this wonderful bean. It becomes more expensive when you buy it peeled, when you get this without the peel. It's more expensive, it's like $20. But it's worth the price you pay because otherwise you have to pay people to help you peeling the beans. Without roasting and without peeled, you pay like let's see, 10, $12, $8 kilo. But I like to buy it this way. I like more this way. It's
Yeah,
$20. $20.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I see Naila in the audience. I want to see if she wants to talk about any experience, because in Trinidad, she works with Dr. Darren in the University of West Indies. I'm trying to see if she has any experience with the bicolor in Trinidad. Naila, would you like to come on?
Hello. So I've not worked with it. I think we can access it at the gene bank, but it's not produced. The scale that it's produced at has not been sufficient for me to do anything with it as yet. So it's not something that we commonly use here. So this has been a very interesting discussion. I came in late, but quite interesting so far.
Yeah, because there were not a systematic plantation of this Theobroma Bicolor. They only grow like backyard tree, but now it's getting important. And some decades ago, a lot of communities are getting plantations. That's why there is, I can say, a lot of bicolor in Oaxaca, Chiapas. And you can get here in Tabasco as well, but not as much as in Oaxaca.
But thanks so much for sharing all this information. It's really interesting, and I'll definitely follow up with CocoaTown and maybe keep in touch with you as well as we decide to maybe try and do some more research in this area. It's quite exciting.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say, Renya, you were so kind enough to speak a little bit about the CocoaTown equipment there. I think because it was pictured. I think that would be for me your mirror, your left side. I want to give you a chance to talk about that little glass circle there. There's no, other side. So stage, yeah, no, in the front, right there, that special little glass circle, that award, your award.
Oh, this
You
one.
talked about us, so yes, please tell us about that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm about 2 years, less than 2 years in the business, and I went into a contest by the 𝗬𝗶𝗃 in Paris, France, and we got this gold gourmet medal for this bar. 70% cocoa beans and sugar, 2 ingredients. There were 40 countries, and they got 200 bars, and we won the gold medal. So we are very happy with this because, you know, guys, really, the machinery I got made me want this, because I can do a very good process to transform the beans into chocolates. So yes, the beans are very important, very valuable, but if you don't make the process in the right machinery, you don't get prices. So I'm very happy with this, really. Thanks, Teresa.
Yeah, I was trying to turn it into a commercial for you, but you were kind enough to shift it back to a commercial for CocoaTown.
It's really, really.
Renya, machines are only a small part. Your art and your, passion for the chocolate That's what makes the award.
I am. I love chocolate. I love the trees. I love the flowers. Really, every flower brings a miracle growing these beautiful pots. And I'm sorry if I made the commercial, but really that's my my opinion. I'm very satisfied with the machinery, and a lot of people went into the contest and they didn't win. So maybe because they have different machinery. So it's a conversion of different things: the machinery, the beans, the care and love you put in the process, all come together, and this is the result, right?
Was this gold medal bar made with the lavado beans?
No, fermented bean, white almond, criollo beans. This is a criollo white almond, but the still is dark. Even of the name it's dark brown. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I see Priyanka has her hand again. I'm gonna ask to unmute.
Thank you so much for the generous opportunity. It's our dream to have a CocoaTown machine in our factory and in our production unit. We want all your wishes and supportive hands to just go for it. Bala ma'am, it's a straight and a kind request to adhere to us, because we've been trying to reach out to us, and we would just love, and it's our dream come true when we have a CocoaTown machine at our production unit. Thank you.
Thank you.
I noticed that Priyanka was asking about sugar-free recipes. I know you shared your, the matcha bar is made with stevia. Have you
Yes.
worked with any of the other sweetener alternatives like the forgive me if I don't say it right, the erythritol, the 𝗪𝗏𝗏, xylitol?
No. I use different sugars for this kind of chocolate, for the cocoa beans. I use coconut sugar, I use molasses, I use this fruit from Peru. I can't recall the name now. I made a bar with the gold of Peru. What's the name of that fruit? Oh my goodness, I can't remember. Okay, there is a very famous fruit in Peru. It's called the gold of Peru. That fruit, when they get it ripe, it's like a sugar, very healthy sugar. So I have a bar with that sweetener. It's 80% cocoa beans and 20% the gold of Peru. And the stevia in this kind of chocolate, in the cocoa beans, I haven't got the right recipe. I've been trying for several months because I want to give a product to diabetic people, but it's not very, I mean, if I don't like it, I don't want to make it to sell it. So that's why I'm very happy with the Bicolor, because it gets very good taste with the stevia. But I haven't gotten with this kind of beans. I will keep trying to get the right recipe. And this was very easy. The taste is very good, very lovely taste. when you make chocolate with bicolor, you get a very creamy texture, very, very creamy. You're going to love it when you make it.
I have just a process related question just for the benefit of those that just heard you say molasses. You don't use like, when I think of molasses, I see the jar of the black strap molasses is wet and sticky. You're not using it in that form. You're using it in some sort of a crystal form or?
Yes, yes, crystal. We call it here in Mexico, piloncillo. Is the first stage of processing cane sugar. It's a product full of vitamins, minerals. It's very healthy. Once they go to the process of getting it white, it loses the important ingredients for our health. So it's like brown sugar before brown sugar. Because brown sugar is, yes, advanced in the process of transformation to get it white. So that's the kind of sugar I use, granulated piloncillo. And the taste is very, very good. And also the taste I like a lot is with coconut sugar. It's brown. And it's very good. The taste, the mix, they match very good. Always dark, 80% cocoa and 20% the coconut sugar. Also with honey, I make chocolate with honey. Oh, I forgot to bring some bars, but it's very good making chocolate with honey, dried honey. Here in Yucatan, there is a community that's making it's processing the honey. You know, the honey is liquid, so they dry it and you get the powder. That is one of my best selling bars with honey.
I'm putting that on my list.
Yeah, thank you. So I don't use any chemical sweetener. I don't use it at all because I wouldn't eat chocolate with that kind of sweetener.
Priyanka is asking, will you repeat the type of honey that you were just speaking about?
Yeah, I'm using honey from Yucatan. Yucatan is a southeast peninsula in Mexico. That community, there are several communities over there with making the honey business. And now they have the methods to dry it. And once the honey is dry, it's transformed into powder. And that's the kind of sweetener I'm using it. Very natural.
Yeah.
I can give you the contact if you want to get that product.
Great, great. Her question is in the chat. So when we send you the transcript of the chat, if you will put that information there, then we can share it with everybody.
Okay.
This reminds me of a webinar that we did with you previously, the process, recipe, and equipment panel discussion that we had. We talked about all these things. Makes me want to do that again. It's a fascinating conversation about the relationship between your ingredients, the process, and how it reacts with the equipment.
Yeah. Okay.
Mrs. Balu. It's 11:50, so you want to see if there's
let's ask any more questions and then we can finish.
Yeah.
Yes, all of you in the audience, please let us know if you have any other questions. Anything else you would like to know? And Are any of you have any expertise that that you would like to share with us in the future webinar? Please feel free to contact us, because we want to highlight the community, what you are expert at. We would like to bring you to this show, limelight. Please feel free to contact us if you have some unique information that you would like to share with the entire community.
Or anybody wants to come on live and give feedback, say thank you to Renya, and I see them coming in the chat, but it's nice to hear your voices.
Yeah. Thanks, Carrie.
It was a fantastic session, Ms. Renya. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much to the entire team of CocoaTown and the host and the one who is communicating between the audience and the host. It's an absolutely knowledgeable convo. We are very, very grateful to the entire team because we are connected all over the world at one particular point. And thank you again, Ms. Renya. And if you could suggest us which machine is fantastic and good to go for the ribbons of the nibs to be made before we put it into the melangers. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to bring the machine right here so you can watch it closer, right?
Very grateful of you. Thank you.
See the brand, NYX Dramatic, and you can see here the corn. Because here in Mexico, we use this to make the mass, to make the tortillas. This is the machine. Here inside, this is like see how it's inside? Like a spin, something.
So this is the machine that you used making the drinking chocolate, and,
yes.
and the beginning part of the process that made the ribbons, and then after the refrigerator, you brought it out and you made it into the sand, and then what was next? Oh, mini pre-grinder.
Yeah, and the pre-grinder. Once I got the ribbons or leaves very dry, hard, I put them here in the pre-grinder. See? I think until now I have made like 900 kilos of cocoa beans into chocolate. So this pre-grinder has gotten a small cup. That is broken because I use it very often. This is still working good. Is that this answered your question? Remember, first here, you dry in the refrigerator, and then you come here to make a powder.
Ms. Ryan, won't that become wet when you put it into the ribbon making machine?
Excuse me?
Won't the butter ooze out of the nibs once you put it into the ribbon making machines?
Of the turn button?
Yes.
It's here. Here. Oh.
What she's asking, Renya, is when you run it through that first machine, the one you have there that's used for the corn, does it come out with moisture? Right, that we're used to seeing it in the melanger and it turning into liquid.
No. You get moisture or you get liquor. If you pass it here several times, it's going to heat the ribbons and then you are going to have the liquor. So that's why I only pass it twice. If I pass it for the third time, I'm going to get liquid. And then it's not going to work to make the powder here. Because liquid, it's going to be very, what happened to me yesterday. I didn't move. This was liquid. Do you remember when I passed it from the second melanger, when the melanger? I forgot to keep moving it and I got big stones. So just twice with loosen this part, it hasn't to be very tight. Otherwise you get liquid, right?
Thank you. Okay, we're about at that time.
Yeah.
We could probably maybe one more question or comment, and then we will honor everyone's time because I know folks stay up late, get up early, depending on where you are in the world. And I'm sure Renya has some chocolate making to do.
I do. I want to tell you something. I feel so sad because I am not able to share with you these delicious bars. Really.
I'm not sure. I think I'm more sad.
Makes me sad.
I'm more sad.
I think, Renya, maybe like 20 years ago or 30 years ago, we could not do this communication from different parts of the world. I'm just hoping in the future, they come up with the device, you put it in there and then it delivers on this side.
Like the Jetsons cartoon. The Jetsons cartoon, you push the button and
yes.
Hopefully we can get that kind of technology.
Right.
Yes.
That's what we're hoping.
Renya, will you share your company's name, the website? How can people, if they want to contact, they want to order your chocolate, they want to get some of the beautiful BICOLATE?
Yeah. Okay, you can go into the Facebook, SIG Chocolate, Instagram, we got SIG Chocolate, Facebook, SIG Chocolate. My email is sigchocolate@gmail.com. This is the how to write SIG, S-I-I-J. SIG is a wonderful, beautiful Maya.
Renya, you have to step back in front of the sheet pan. When you move to the side, we can't hear you. Mrs. Balu put the company in the chat.
No,
Okay.
I misspelled
Yeah.
it.
SIG means give or to give. It's an ancient Mayan word. And I got this name because Quetzalcoatl, the god, gave cocoa to men.
It's SIIJ, right?
Yes.
SIG Ancestral Chocolate.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Balu, you want to have the final word?
Yes. Yeah, just, it's almost 12.
It's
so
12.
Thank you all for joining. We want to thank everyone, all the customers, all the people in the community, all the farmers, because without the farmers, we won't have a business, either making machine or making chocolate, because they are the backbone of our industry. Thank you all, and thank you all the participants. Thank you all. Stay safe and healthy. See you in the next webinar.
See you. Thank you, you all. Bye.
Bye. Feel free to contact us any questions or.
Yeah, I can answer any question. by mail. Okay.